When you see this symbol, you know you're watching television that's educational and informational. The More You Know on NBC.
Hi, I'm Dreyer. Get ready to take flight on an avian adventure today on Earth Odyssey. On today's episode, we meet a bird with a bias for blue and find out how flamingos get that perfect shade of pink. Plus, a battle royale for love in the Scottish Highlands. And one of the most breathtaking birds on the planet is also one of the most devoted. An amazing trek across the ice and so much more starting now on Earth Odyssey. There are more than 10,000 species of birds on planet Earth. That's twice the number of mammals. Their captivating songs, stunning colors, and everyday behaviors definitely attract our attention. But it's their ability to fly that really inspires our imagination. No matter where they land, birds surprise us with their intelligence. This next unusual avian is no exception. Near the eastern woodlands of Australia is a subtropical and temperate rainforest. A remnant of a time when Australia was still part of a giant supercontinent. Ancient species of conifers, beech trees, and ferns still take root. The Gondwana forests have remained almost unchanged since prehistoric times. But unfortunately, even here, signs of modern human impact can be found. But one wild species has turned our trash into treasure, as long as it's trash of a certain color. This satin bowerbird is putting the finishing touches on a bower, which is a leafy protected space or enclosure, like an arbor. Meticulously, he places sticks to create two curved walls. This complex structure really shows off his looks, but the satin bowerbird strictly prefers his favorite accent color, blue. It's thought to show off the male's own blue iridescent plumage. Talk about matchy-matchy. This bird has created an artistic bower that doubles as a stage. It's one of the most elaborate decorative structures designed to woo a female in the animal kingdom. Every artist needs an audience. A female. He's playing it cool. But to win her over, he'll have to put on a performance of a lifetime. His bower is not the only one she'll visit. She'll check several before choosing her favorite. Let the show begin. Watching through his bower, she'll judge his performance. A strut, a bow, and a trademark wing quiver, and even a floral accent. If he does win her affection, females are known to visit the same bowers annually to mate. But only the best are selected. The final move, an offering of one of his favorite treasures. It's a no. Something was off. It's back to perfecting his art. Coming up, a fledgling flamingo loses its way in a sea of pink. And it's time to shake those tail feathers. The courtship is on. Plus, this dad goes to the ends of the earth to keep his baby bird warm. All this and more incredible animal stories are just ahead when Earth Odyssey returns.
We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC. We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
On Italy's west coast, the Maremma Park is a lush paradise for wildlife. The abundance of food attracts many birds. Mostly wood pigeons, which in autumn flock here by the thousands to feed. All this activity attracts predators. The peregrine falcon is a specialist at catching birds mid-flight at high speeds. Wood pigeons are powerful flyers and can sustain high speeds for a long time. The falcon knows what to do. It picks a specific target group and takes off with determination from its perch. The chase is chaotic, a race of power and speed. But this time, the falcon's sneak attack is no match for the flock. Across the Mediterranean, another flock of birds has found an unusual home in a vast salt marsh. It's too salty for most plants to grow, but it's the ideal nesting site for an African species that's made its way to Europe, the greater flamingo. One of the continent's largest breeding populations is found here in the south of France. And more than 20,000 of these unmistakable birds have flocked to a shallow salt lake. Only a few hardy life forms can survive in this extreme alkaline water, including phytoplankton and bacteria. Colonies of brine shrimp feed on these microorganisms, which in turn feed the region's flamingos. A diet of mainly shrimp gives flamingos a light pink color, which can fade to white during breeding season. Their long legs, covered in tough scales, tolerate the harsh conditions. Any excess salt consumed with their food is excreted through glands in their nostrils, perfectly adapted to this challenging environment. It's the very first breeding season for this couple. And their meticulously built mud nest is already occupied. A healthy young male. He's less than a week old and about the size of a tennis ball. Today, he's taking his first steps outside of the nest and into the crowded colony. He's barely gone 10 feet and already lost sight of his parents. Lost and alone, the young flamingo has wandered into the wrong neighborhood. Picked on by the larger chicks, he has no idea how to get back home. Mom and Dad recognize his distinctive call. Reunited just in time. The young chick has learned a valuable lesson. Don't try to grow up too fast. Coming up, in Scotland, it's winner take all for these brawny birds. And in Antarctica, it's mom to the rescue. Time to feed some very hungry chicks. Stay tuned for more amazing animals just ahead on Earth Odyssey.
We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC. We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
Like all animals, birds have evolved complicated strategies to survive. Finding food, habitat, and a safe place to raise their young are top priorities. And like other animals, birds go to great lengths to fend off rivals and attract a mate. Take a look. It's dawn in the pine forests of Scotland. The snow lays thick on the ground, but temps here are raging hot. These male western capercaillies, or wood grouse, are fighting for their chance at a hen harem. Female birds watch the display from the safety of the treetops. They aren't in a hurry to choose a victor. They will have many suitors before the day is out. The winner of the morning scuffle paces the snow. His is the posture of courtship and intimidation. His beak points at the sky, and his tail is fanned to its maximum extent, as tall and showy as possible. The males are as large as a North American turkey, weighing up to 16 pounds. And this courtship display is impossible to miss. He calls to the females and any who dare challenge his territory with distinctive clicks that resonate throughout the forest. That's not an echo. It's a rival male. The distinct clicking gets closer. The bird appears to be getting angrier. Then a challenger emerges. A female moves closer to observe, sending the males into a click frenzy. She appears only mildly interested in the showdown, but much more is at stake than the attention of a single hen. Any female in earshot will agree on the winner, and they will all offer him the right to father their offspring. As the females gather, so do more males. They are intoxicated with aggression. One male advances on a hen. It's too much for his rival, and the fight turns physical. These brutal duels can end in death or serious injury. Finally, a victor emerges from the fray. He is short a few feathers, but his pride has swelled to new heights. He's won favor with the females, and the prize is reproductive success, crucial to this endangered species. Coming up, the iconic emperor penguin and its unbelievable trek across the frozen ocean. A wildlife story of extreme devotion when Earth Odyssey comes right back.
We'll We'll be right back to The More You Know on NBC. We now return to The More You Know on NBC.
Antarctica is an extreme world. Gusts can exceed 185 miles per hour. And temperatures can drop more than 70 degrees below zero. Few can survive such conditions. But there's one resident that battles the Antarctic winter in a bid to bring new life into the world. The emperor penguin. The largest of the world's penguin species, the emperor penguin stands almost 4 feet tall and can weigh up to 90 pounds. These birds don't fly. They spend most of their lives at sea, hunting for food. But in winter, when temperatures plummet and the sea ice platform grows thick enough, emperor penguins leave the sea and march to old breeding grounds. They'll trek up to 75 miles to get to the perfect, familiar spot. A chorus of noisy courtship erupts as past parenting partners reunite. They recognize each other by their unique calls. Around a month later, each female lays a single egg. She passes it to her mate, along with a heavy responsibility. There is nothing organic on the ice pack to build a warm winter's nest with, so he carries the egg on top of his feet, covering it with a thick layer of skin and feathers on his belly called a brood pouch. His task is to keep the egg and the nestling inside, safe and warm, while his mate journeys for food. It will be a test of fatherly endurance. They stand together and turn their backs, creating a circle of heat. Constantly moving, they take turns shielding the other penguins from the onslaught of stinging ice. Together, the emperor penguins battle the weather for weeks on end, waiting for the females to return to the breeding colony. After 65 days, the eggs begin to hatch. By this time, some males have endured 4 months without a meal. They've lost half their body weight, and the newborn chicks need to eat. The females are finally on their way home with a belly full of food for the young. Not a moment too soon. Even though he is starving, the father is reluctant to hand over the baby chick. He has faced so much to protect his precious cargo. But now it's his turn to leave the colony and find seafood for himself and the growing chicks. It will take the chicks another 50 days to grow enough fat and feathers to swim and feed on their own. Until then, their eternally patient penguin parents will continue to give them shelter from the storms of eastern Antarctica. We might take our avian companions for granted, but science doesn't. For example, birds played a significant role in the theory of evolution. After studying the finches in the Galapagos Islands, Charles Darwin realized how crucial a role habitat can play in adaptation. Thanks for watching. I'm Dreyer. We'll see you next time on Earth Odyssey.